Hello! Ow. Less Than True Crew Squad, what's up? Hope everyone's doing well. Hope you've had a good week. Welcome into the weekend. Welcome in to the beginning of the weekend, aka the pad. Back at it again on a Friday. Hope everyone is doing lovely out there. Let me say hello to the early chatters, then let's get into everything we do out here on a Friday night. Christian Mingo, welcome, and Samantha. Hope you're doing well. Megal Bagel in the building. We got AJ, what's good to all of y'all. Tom, sir, hello, happy pad to you. Arabin, thank you for the 44 months. Appreciate it so much. Thank you, Arabin. Amy with the 64. Appreciate you. Thank you so much for the support. Really do appreciate it. Welcome back from month number 64 here with us. Thank you for being here. Pixie, hello and good morning. Hello and good evening. Robert 2B, thank you for the 14 months. Appreciate you. Cupcakes are nice. Hello. Little Miss Andre, what's up? What up? Tim in the building. Walling. Jenna Lee. Joelle, what's up? And what's up? Lauren, thank you for the 62 months. Appreciate you. Welcome in. Chrissy, what's up? Mandy. Hello, Mandy. Larissa Time. Hello. Did I miss something? No. I nearly missed my mark here. Daisy, good evening. Welcome in. Kenzie, what's up? Bonjour to you too. Are we in France right now? Francais? Oui. Genrads, welcome in and thank you for the Prime sub. I do appreciate it. Thank you for using One Prime here on me. Welcome into month number 25 with the squad. Appreciate you. Courtney with the Prime. Thank you, Courtney, for using One Prime also. Welcome in from month number 64. Appreciate it so much. Kansas, welcome in. Okay, I finished my Heated Robbery book and watched the whole season this week. No spoilers, but I loved it. Awesome. Reagan, hello, welcome in. Melody with the 64 months. Hello, Melody. What's up? Katesy, happy pad to you. Via Bella, happy pad day to you as well. Hello. And Hero, what's up? Sal's here with the Prime. Thank you, Sal's. Welcome back from another 45. Appreciate it. Thank you so much. Via Bella and T. Lindy also. Thank you for the Primes chat. Really do appreciate that. T. Lindy with the 23rd month of Prime. And Via Bella with the 26th month. Appreciate both of y'all. Thank you. Rescued Family, thank you for the 50 months. Appreciate it. And Craig with 42. Thank you to both of you. Thank you so much. Melissa, hello and welcome in. Cool Rider with the Prime sub. Thank you, Cool Rider. Welcome in for number 54. Thank you so much. Thank you. Twitch for Laura, hello. Memories, what's good? Kellyanne, hello. Livithy in the building. Ichiyami, hello and welcome in. Kenzie says UConn coming out hot against Michigan State. And Ichiyami, thank you with the Prime. Welcome in for month number 26 as well. Thank you, everybody, for being here. I do appreciate it. And Chrissy watching 55 streams in a row. Thank you, Chrissy. Thank you so much. Okay, chat. If you're new here, let me run you through how things go here. If you're new here, this is one of Twitch's longest standing regular programs. And by that, I mean, I'm lying because I don't know what the longest series would be, but I would say 5.5 years is not bad. Not bad at all. This is one of the longest running shows on Twitch. And by shows, I mean streams. It's the Pad, aka Pooya After Dark. Okay. And so what happens here, that stands for, anything goes. It's a Q&A, it's an AMA, it's an advice stream, all wrapped into one. I just get to hang out with everybody. And I have a form. If you want to ask me questions, you can do so in the chat, as you can tell by my one second. By me saying hello to everybody, you can tell that I read everything in the chat. But also, if you don't want your name attached to it, if you want to ask me something anonymously, you can do so. We have a form. It's the advice form. Any kind of questions is in there. I would only recommend, hey, maybe don't say something too don't do that. But anything else is fair game. People have asked deep questions, They've asked fun questions. They've asked hypotheticals. They've asked would you rathers. They've asked me how I feel about podcasts. They've asked me how I feel about this person, that person. Anything goes. So just, not the other thing, I don't need to tell you. You already know. All right. Whew. Okay. I went to a trivia last night and 3 questions were about Traders US. I was the only one on my team that had watched it. Thank God I'm an RGA fan. Oh, hell yeah. I love that, Ichiami. Pooya After Dark, anything goes. Padag. I like Padag. That's fun. Not anything, Dylan. Come on, be fucking for real here. Come on, man. Have some decorum. Anything goes to a certain extent. Okay? Let's be logical here. Don't be ridiculous. I'm here for Pooya After 6-7. What's up, Scotsman? How you doing tonight? Welcome in. But while everyone's getting geared up and you're getting your questions ready, let me just tell you what's been going on with me. Let me hit you with a little bit of the story time here for this week. So since we last saw each other on Sunday, I have watched and talked about Australian Survivor, obviously. I recorded with Annabelle for 90 once again. That should be coming out over the weekend. Some of you would have already listened to the PAL that got recorded and dropped this week. And I've done a lot of soul searching, chat. I've done a lot of soul searching. I've done a lot of planning, done a lot of thoughts. We'll talk about that in a second. But it's been a good week for the mental. It's been a good week for the thoughts and the plannings and the analyses. You know what I mean? Yeah. And on top of that, we've been killing with RP, having a good time doing RP, of course. Good, we're just smashing out some EMS at the moment. Loved your event tonight. Hey, thank you, man. I'm glad you had fun. It was so good. It was such a good time tonight, our event. Okay, have y'all seen the speculation about Maura Higgins being the Bachelorette instead of first time ever live season? I think I'm getting hit with those vids for my Traders algorithm, but it's a fun idea. I've also seen this. I don't know how valid this is, Mandy, but I would not be mad at it. Dare I say I would watch it. So, yeah. I'd be very down. That might bring me into the Bachelor universe. Thank you, RGA fan. Hope you're doing well also. Tara, thank you with a 50 stream streak. Thank you for enjoying the stream that many times in a row. Thank you. I've been seeing Dylan Efron on Coles commercials. Samesies. Good for him still getting shit done. He's getting hella paid still. I was hoping we'd get Annabelle on the 90-day pod again. She has committed to not do it next week. She already said I'm not doing it on the pod, which you'll hear. But I did book a new guest already. And you can find that out when you listen to the pod also. You'd watch the heck out of it. I would love that. A live Bachelorette, I'm in. With Maura at the wheel, I'm in. My best friend told me this, but I think I would be crazy. It would be crazy for ABC to go back to another different franchise after how the last pick went. Wait, what do you mean? Oh, because the last one was this Mormon wives person, right? You'd watch The Bachelor before finishing The Mole? Oh, absolutely. I'll tell you this. I don't want to disrespect your likes, and obviously I don't want to yuck anyone's yum, but I don't think I'm ever going to finish them all. I'll be honest. Dylan and Rob were on an episode of Good Mythical Morning and it was very funny. They were? Oh, that's sick. I didn't even think that would ever be a possibility. Like I've never watched Good Mythical Morning that closely, but what I've watched, I've enjoyed. So I should check that out. What did they do on that episode, T. Lindy, if you don't mind me asking? The Raptor Traders together would be a great reality TV show moment. Yep. Good momentum too. If anyone tries to poach you away from RHAP, watch Rob's Survivor 50 comment with Adam Klein before you make a decision. What does that mean? Oh, you know what? I've heard about this, but I've not checked it out. What's the timestamp on that, Jen? What is the timestamp on that if anyone would like to let me know? Because I heard Rob used me as an example in a hypothetical on the recap today. Or the recap with Adam Klein. Musketeer, thank you for the prime. Welcome back for month number 18. Appreciate you. No, you have not missed the announcement. Do y'all want the announcement now, chat? Is that why there's so many of you in here? Do you want the announcement up front? Or should I leave the announcement for like 3 hours from now? What do you think? All right. Let's do the announcement. I trust that we're gonna all stick around and hang out after that anyway. I have one big announcement that's gonna have a date on it, and then I'm gonna have another announcement that doesn't have a date on it, but it'll put you on the same radar I am, or put me on your radar, if that makes sense. And that's number one. Like I said earlier, this pod has been around for 5.5 years. The pad. I started my streaming journey almost 6 years ago. About 5 years and 10 months ago, to be exact. June 1st will mark 6 years. The first stream I ever did, I went live, not knowing what to expect. And I got to, present to you a case of, hey, come on this journey with me. I have a lot of personality to show. You might know me from a couple recaps or some updates you've heard on RHAP. I'm more than that, and I would like to show you that. Y'all gave me the chance. Here I am. That was the first stream ever. Talked about bagels and bagel holes. Second stream ever was 2 days after that. And that stream was a tier list Tuesday with Phil, where we tier listed chips, different potato chips. 6 years later, this Tuesday, 8 p.m. Eastern, I'm going to be going live with Phil T. And we're going to tier list potato chips once again. I'm bringing back tier list Tuesdays, not weekly, but I will be bringing them back on a more regular basis so that we can have a discussion, so that we can look at some of the picks. So this is how it's going to go. I'm going to ask the mods to pull the list from before, like what chips we used, and then we're going to add those, and then we're going to add a couple more. I'm not going to watch the old video. Phil's not going to watch the old video. And then we're just going to tier list them and kind of see where we ended up, what's changed. In 6 years, have my taste buds changed? Or have I tried new chips that are now better than others? That's going to be the fun way to do it. So that's one part of it. That'll be happening this Tuesday, 8 p.m. Eastern. Already locked it up with Phil. We're ready to go. Not a book, Megal. I can't do that right now. So that's one part. The second part is that should give you some insight into what I'm trying to do here. So, as you've been seeing, I'm here every Friday. We're here for Sundays with Goose Goose. But the middle of the week is wide open. Wide open, and we're not putting it to good use. I would like to continue to make content on Tuesdays. It doesn't have to be a tier list every Tuesday. But I want to commit to trying to make Tuesdays poppin' moving forward. So for the entirety of the month of April, I would like to do a stream every Tuesday on top of the Friday and Sundays. Bring that back. That would be ideal for me. And part of it will be tier lists. I think the other thing I'm looking into and want to do, I've already mentioned before, but a survivor-based bracket, a survivor-based tier list, Big Brother-based bracket, Big Brother-based tier list. Because at the end of the day, I know a lot of you are fans of that content, as am I. And I have a lot of people around me that would be very fun to discuss some of these things with on a more informal setup. It's not a podcast, right? It's not a hello and welcome, and now we have to talk to this person, and then we pause and we ask this person their opinion. It's a conversation with friends. So I want to add that into the rotation and make Tuesdays be a little bit more leaning that way, where it's like, all right, one Tuesday we're going to tier list this thing. Next week we're going to talk about some Survivor shit. Next week we're going to talk about some Big Brother shit, and so on. And it doesn't have to be like Big Brother or Survivor based every week. But I want to add those to the rotation at least a little bit, because truly outside of Big Brother season, I don't really talk about these shows like that on other platforms. So why not do it here, and why not have some people on to do it with? So that's what I'm trying to do. I only said April for one reason and one reason only. Part of me feels damaged when I make a promise and don't keep it. So I don't want to say, all right, moving forward, it's going to be every Tuesday, because then if I don't do it, I'm going to feel bad, and then I'm just going to suck to not deliver on that. But if I can say April, that's 4 weeks. We can do 4 Tuesdays. I believe in us to do 4 Tuesdays, or at the very least, that will then empower me to do more if successful. So that's why I want to do that. Okay. Thank you, Jay. Y'all being very supportive of this idea. I do appreciate it. Thank you so much. I do not like stale chips. Why are you putting propaganda out there? Justice for barbecue Pringles. Dylan, love yourself more. Just kidding. Maybe not. I don't know. Can we get a tier list category wheel? Tell me more what you mean by that, Lauren. We're here for it. Thank you, Kansas. Is obviously why it's been that long. Yeah, the 6-year anniversary being this year has been very surreal to me. I've been in a position where I've had mixed feelings, not about streaming, but about aging, about getting older. The stream has operated as both a blessing and a curse, because it is a time capsule of so many things I've done, but it also is a reminder of successes that I have had and no longer have, or things I have done and no longer do, and so on. So I'm choosing to use it as a motivator. I'm choosing to use it as a thing to empower what I'm doing around here and do a little bit more with it. You know? Bald cattle thing with the 40 months. Appreciate it. People have added more funky flavors for chips since then. Absolutely, they have. Can we celebrate with some? Oh my God. Okay, maybe after this cupcakes. Maybe after this announcement. Can we turn on that music? I did see that message and I did lower it. Hopefully. We met the hits. Absolute Audacity. Absolute Audacity. Yes. When was the last one we did, May? Do you remember? Because I would like to think that we've done Absolute Audacity more recently, but then I feel like I say more recently, it's probably 2.5 years ago. If you can remember, let me know. Less than Tuesdays. Exactly. Arbitrary and reductive Tuesdays. Yes. Maybe we'll get a better name for it, but yes, that's kind of the idea. Gotta start small and then go bigger if you feel the need. I think so. Did I ever get a chance to check out the Missing Among Us spots from YouTube and see why they were missing? One of them we cleared, Christian. I looked at it and it looked fine. And I was like, well, I could upload this. But then I didn't check the other one. But also, I think a lot of them I never ended up downloading. I forgot to download the VODs and they're just like, they're gone forever. 27:35 is the timestamp on YouTube. Jen, let me know after we're done this topic. I'll give it a check potentially on stream here. Scott, son of Scott, welcome and good evening. Hello. I feel like big time I turned 35 this year. Yeah. Speaking of being old, I'm drinking Metamucil as you say this. You got to get your fiber in, right? Idea in your current setup, can you do a Zoom background? It doesn't have to be the same as the OG tier list, so you avoid spoilers, but it'd be fun if you did the backgrounds for the tier lists. I think I can, yeah. I think with this setup, I might be able to do an even better job with the background. Oh, you know what? I totally can. 1 second. 1 second. Okay, maybe I can't. Oh, now I'm frozen. Great. Oh, I fucked up. That's fine. It's fine. There we go. Hello. It's fine. I will figure it out before the stream. Make no mistake. I wasn't around for the original tier list. Very excited to tune in for the revival. Yes. I think that's the big thing also for me is that it's weird, but like, it's been so amazing to get to meet so many of you and like have so many people be new to the stream who have stuck around, who've joined. But I'm like, you've missed out on some very interesting. Like, it felt like a talk show at times, this stream, because we would have guests on, we would do little segments, and I'm like, bringing that back would be fun. And I think that the reason why it went away was because we did it every week for like, what, 2 years about? And I feel like we covered every possible topic that I could think of. And that was the issue, was that all the big, broad, vague topics were taken. But once it's been 6 years removed, every topic's valid. Why not? Why shouldn't we talk about these other topics, you know? Why shouldn't we bring it back one more time? I wasn't around then either, so I'm excited for the revisit. Yes, appreciate that. I can't remember how about more cooking streams. I would like to do more cooking streams. The last one was in December. We ironically enough, also a revival. We redid a beef Wellington. I would be open to that. I have the setup now for it. I have the right computer for downstairs. I have the right camera for downstairs. I think it's more doable now than before to do them more frequently. The apartment I was in between the first one I was in and this one was just no-go for cooking streams for me. It really got into the After Dark category back in the day. I mean, it could get there here also. That beef Wellington stream felt like yesterday. That was in December. That was a while ago now. That's kind of wild to me also. Because like time just flies. It really does. And I think that's been a big thing for me. Time just flies. It goes away so quickly. Oh. But yeah, that is my big thing I wanted to let you know. And I want to do better with planning things ahead of time. This is more of an Pooya issue that I've neglected for many years now. I feel like I used to be better with planning things well ahead of time, having guests locked up for shows, for podcasts, and then that way we were sorted. Everything was good to go. I've become a bit of a last second invite sender, which is damaging to myself and to content, because I'll invite someone last second, hope they say yes. If they say yes, problem solved. If they say no, I'm fucked. I don't know what to do now. So bring back the Pooya and Leon, watch 5-minute life hack videos. T. Linda, you know what's amazing about that? That was one stream. That was a singular stream we did once upon a time. We never did it again, but it stuck. The lore stuck with that one. It's people like we don't think about these things often, but like the smallest things can become a long-standing thing, and then something you do frequently can get forgotten so quickly. Like, I'm trying to think what else has happened on stream. Oh, the audience deciding what I eat for lunch has happened exactly 2 times in 6 years. That's still one of the main things I get asked to do. Me eating nuggets was once ever. And now it gets brought up frequently. Or used to. It's gotten better. People have gotten less about it. But what about these streams where you played games like Dream Daddy? Dream Daddy was part of the wheel we did, the hype challenge, right? Which that was like 4 years ago, by the way. I've tried, was it last year or the year before? I tried doing the variety game on a Tuesday where it's like, we don't know what this game's going to bring. Let's check it out. I think ultimately what I've learned is that the variety game roulette isn't really what the main, like most of you want. And also it's very hard for me if I don't come in kind of knowing what I'm going to play and how I feel about the game. When it's a bit of a question mark, it's a little bit more tough to put together. But that doesn't mean I'm opposed to playing games on stream. I just have to know more about the games to do them. I think the other stream we did that I thought was fun and we could revisit was the doing like 5 $1 game on Steam games stream. I think that could be a good shout. Doing like a 5 $1 games, 5 $5 games, and 5 $10 games or something like that for like a 3-week series. I think that could be something to revisit or something to do. I think that could be something to do. Part of life events happened. Part of it was life. Yes, it was. I brought back what? Because the life hacks. And how did it go the last time? It was 100 times. Well, technically it was 100 times in one sitting, so it counted as one time. You know what I mean? Raft days were so fun too. Raft days were elite. I talked about this with Jenny on stream. about us doing a double date night, me, her, Phil, and Liana. And everyone's down. We just have to lock in the day and time. Those videos you used to watch were the Jubilee videos. The Jubilee videos were fun because I hadn't watched a lot of them and there was a lot to discuss. I think that why we ended up stopping was because we had ended up watching a lot of the ones that we were looking at the time, or I had already watched them. I didn't want to fake react, but doing a react is not a bad idea. I think this Big Brother season, we will watch some live feed clips together and react to them. I'm not opposed to that. I do not think, as long as I'm not live streaming the live feeds, I don't think we'll have an issue if I'm pulling up clips off of Twitter and talking about them. We can do that during the Big Brother season. We can watch YouTube videos. We can make that happen also. The only reason I think that what happened in the last 6 years is that I got very precious with my time, meaning time on camera, right? Time on stream. We have the pad, right? This used to be like a 4-hour stream. It's kind of become more of a 1.5 to 2 hour stream on many weeks. But then Tuesday streams got cut. And I think Tuesday streams were where we were doing more of the variety, doing different things in the post tier list era. And then I got busy with life, busy with podcasts. Tuesdays got taken away from my schedule. That's when a lot of things stopped. But right now I want to bring I want to put the Tuesdays back into less than Tuesdays, if that makes sense. I want to bring Tuesdays back into our regularly scheduled programming, if I can help it. Because I also like the idea that it is, because right now, right, you see me for the weekend. I feel like you and I, okay, I feel like I'm on weekend visitation. I see you on the weekend, then I leave. Then I come back on Friday. I think we can make Tuesday happen. That way we're seeing each other a little more frequently. You know what I mean? The one where someone lost their cell phone. I actually thought about that game this week because I was looking at it on my Steam. That was a phenomenal game. Vaudeville to a massive game. Only over definitely some of my favorite streams. Such fun moments. And like Vaudeville, we knew I wanted to play. I wanted to play games, so I bought it. Supermassive games, I knew I wanted them. I got them. Only Up, I knew I wanted. I got them. I think that I'm out on. I'm down to spin a wheel to see what we do, like we did for the Promise Month. I'm not down to have a wheel of games that I don't know anything about or haven't done my own research into to play. I need to know I'm going to enjoy the game, and I need to know you're going to enjoy the game before I commit to a new game on stream. And I will commit to this right now. When GTA 6 drops, I will be there live the night it drops, and I genuinely don't think I will stop streaming until I'm done the game. We're going to play that game to completion on stream, all of it. All the hours will be on stream. And some sleep, because let's be realistic. For double late night stream, you need to get Dr. Liana's get on Dr. Boris's calendar. Yes, I do. I would like to do a react to the OG Mole season 2. Come on, RJ fan, come on now. Squid. Watching live feeds would be so much fun. Hell yeah, we would have a great time. Only Up was also amazing, but that was a great one because it just hit. It's hard to find. It is hard to find the next Only Up. It is. And that was fun because like I was doing a run, Russ was doing a run, Taryn was doing a run, Maui, everyone was doing their own run, and like you were just watching to see if people could finish the game. And I remember when I finished it, I was so happy I completed it finally. It took forever to do, but it was a great moment. It was an all-time moment gaming wise on our stream. There was a video game that was a mystery thing where someone lost their... Yes. That's the one we talked about. I think it was called A Lost Phone. What was it on Steam? Hold on. It was called... A Normal Lost Phone. There you go. I want Truck Driver Simulator again. Tara, I would like to buy a steering wheel and make that happen. I think that'd be fun. More people will always be appreciated. Thank you, Christian. I do appreciate that. Thank you so much. Living dream someone getting my card number and trying to use it multiple times, but good otherwise. Oh my God, what happened, Jimmy? Bring back the wheel. The wheel will always be there when we need it. For the moments, for these special moments. What about Peak? So Peak, I don't recognize as my stream idea. And by that I mean no one copyrighted it. It's not like I can't also make it, but Peak is the way I see it has been a lobby hosted by Scally. So I'm not prioritizing Peak in the way that I would go out of my way to plan a lobby, but if Scally does and invites me, I will be there. Absolutely I will be there. My back hurts. I don't know why. Have you done Jackbox on stream before? That could be fun. I have. We did it during the subathon in 2021. My 1 year stream anniversary, but like 5 years ago. You should have people submit 30 to 60 pitches for a game in order to put on the wheel. Or 30 to 60 second pitch. I love that idea, Memories. I love that idea. Get everyone to like promote and advocate for a game and then see if it ends up fitting the bill. The night GTA 6 might be a 10-year anniversary of streaming. No. It will be this November. I believe in us. Liana, doing your makeup was my favorite thing you've ever done. I've never laughed so hard. That was this year. That was Promise Month. Promise Month was great. It was an experience. What, only up, Russ? Yes, it was. Confidence walk stays in my head. It stays in my head since anytime I'm walking slow in a video game now, all I hear is confidence walk. Confidence walk. Streamer for GTA 6? I mean, if needed, we can use it for that. But yeah, no, I want it for the truck simulator. Play Mario Kart with stream is always a fun time too. Yes. I feel like I like the idea, and I've seen a lot of streamers do this. Shout out to Flex, who has inspired me on this one. I would like the idea of making it, so she has a thing where I believe it's I think it's the last Friday of last Thursday of every month or first Thursday of every month. She does 1 day of community games. She is a Fortnite streamer, but that day she plays Fortnite with her community. People queue up and they play and it's a good time. A lot of you have asked for this, and I know I always say, hey, Discord's where it's at. Pull up to the Discord to do games. Can we do a game a month, a stream a month, where we do games, community games here? Is that doable? That can be Jackbox. That can be Mario Kart. That can be, hell, there's so many games. Fortnite even. Anything, really. What about that? And that would be one a month. But then I think that would also allow people who are not in the Discord to see what life can be like in the Discord. And then if they're interested, they can pull up. Gotta get Golden Bing Bong. I see. Do I though? Do I? I would say for a Halloween, a scary game. Depends how scary. I might be out of the scary game a rat race, Rob. Who knows? Who knows? How are you doing with your sleep schedule? You know what? Good. I had a bit of a scare this week because I accidentally fell asleep from 9 to 11:30 p.m. And then I woke up and I was like, shit, I'm not going to fall asleep again, am I? But then luckily I got back to sleep. It was okay. It was Gucci. It was fine. So it was good. But no, I'm back to normal now. Truck Sim has a lot of DLC for different places, and I think the DLCs are often Steam sales. I see a possibility of getting a steering wheel with a wheel for where you drive. That could be fun. Ever played a CRPG? What is a CRPG? Baldur's Gate 3 is the famous one from recent years. Disco Elysium is wild. Asteric Ebb just released, and it's a little more funny. I've heard a lot of good things about Baldur's Gate 3, but I don't know if CRPGs, I don't know what the C in CRPG is. But let me know. I think that's doable for sure. I think so too. I got an alert from a card company that there was possible fraudulent charges. They tried to do over 15K in cash advancements and some big charges online. Lucky the card company flagged it immediately and they didn't get anything. That's amazing, Jimmy. Because that would have ruined your month. That is brutal. I'm so happy you were able to catch that. Fucking hell. There's no joke right there. GeoGuessr? Could do GeoGuessr. Could run some GeoGuessr, absolutely. Computer RPGs is definitely. Oh, I see. It's supposed to be more of a D&D simulation. Got you. Red Wings with the 52 months. Appreciate it, Red Wings. Welcome back in, my friend. Currently playing BG3 while watching. My second monitor material, I'll take it. Thank you so much. Also, we know what I should do is probably look at the form and see what y'all have been asking in the form. There's 2 questions in the form. One is not a question, but just wanted to say I watched the PAL for the first time today. Hey, and you and Leon are so damn cute. Well, thank you so much. Thank you. We are cute, I would say. Yeah. It's so funny looking. When I watch the videos sometimes, I'm like, I can't believe these two are a couple. And I'm in the couple. But yeah, she's great. Thank you for that. That's made my night. Thank you. How do you think next Survivor episode is going to go? How many people will get voted out? I don't know. I'm concerned. I'm concerned because let me tell you one thing for certain, 2 things for sure. I do not trust that we're getting a merge at 17. That seems ridiculous. I don't trust it. It feels like a lie. Do you guys who gives me motion sickness while watching a different streamer? Does that happen with anyone else? I don't know. Y'all are a tremendous couple and a wonderful example of a healthy relationship. Thank you, Cupcakes. Thank you so much. Will it be the Survivor Purge? That's the feeling I have in my gut, because why are they merging at 17? That makes no sense. Have I seen the title and description for the next episode? No. Should I? Is it scary? I haven't watched the pile yet, but notice Frosty still in the thumbnail. Let me ruin the illusion for you. So I noticed Frosty in the thumbnail also. I'm in charge of editing the pod. Liana is in charge of thumbnail and title. Okay. So Liana, I thought the title she nailed it. But then when I looked at it closely today, it was very clear that the thumbnail was had Frosty in it still in the bottom left. And then I saw a comment on the pod that said, Frosty, I'm here to see why Frosty's on the thumbnail. So I bring it up to Liana's attention. I was like, why is Frosty on the thumbnail? She's like, oh, I forgot to remove Frosty from the last thumbnail. And then I didn't see it until today and it was too late. So I didn't say anything. So that's why Frosty's on the thumbnail. It was a mess up by Liana. The title gives me impression of something crazy happening. See, I don't like that. That gives me stress. That stresses me out. Merge for a week, then resplit. That would not be bad. I would be very okay with that. The preview shows 3 colors at the challenge. Actual colors, or is this like they split them into groups for like reward? Prayer circle for Christian Hubicki. We can't get a merge at 17 because they need to get rid of more than one person per episode. There has to be a triple coming up. A triple wouldn't surprise me. We talked about a triple, I feel like, on the pad a couple of weeks ago. SBA. Listen, Cupcake said, don't you forget that I redeemed a thing and you should redeem. I need it redeemed. You got it. Let me find it. Where did I save it? Is it on my desktop? It is.
Oh my God.
Does it make you moist?
It makes me kind of moist.
Does it make you moist?
It makes me kind of moist.
Does it make you moist?
It makes me kind of moist.
Does it make you moist?
It makes me kind of moist.
Does it make you moist?
It makes me kind of moist.
Moist?
Moist.
Moist?
Moist.
Moist?
Moist.
moist?
But am I dead? All right. We don't usually get moist this early in stream, do we? Well, it doesn't get redeemed this early, but also if it did and I'm in the middle of something, I'm like, hey, let's cook. We're still cooking. But it felt timely today to do it now. What are odds that they remove Colby this week for medical and have another double? That's not a bad idea because I've seen a lot of people talk about concern about Colby's foot. So we got a tier, we got an SBA. I'm thrilled. Feels like we're right back in the early 2020s, huh? The Blood Moon will change travel forever. 2 hours. Oh yeah, it is the 2-hour episode. Yes. Explain what to you, Meg? Let me know. We'll explain it happily. Who do you think is being voted out of Survivor next and why? The thing is, until I know for a fact that it's all 17 people, I don't know. But I can tell you who I'm worried about. I'm worried about Genevieve. I don't love where Genevieve is right now. I think that the fact that Genevieve's number one op has an idol doesn't help. So I'm worried about Genevieve. I would say I'm worried about... I think I'm relatively worried about Christian now after this week and how things go for him. Who else am I worried about? I think they're the two I'm most worried about currently. It does feel weird they would bring up Kobe's foot if it didn't matter. Right. There are 2 players missing from the challenge shots in the preview, and the colors suggest 3 groups. Bracket of 5. Let me just say this. If this is a merge, right? And then instead, what it is it's not a merge, and we go into 3 tribes of 5. Okay? If we go to 3 tribes of 5. Fuck you. Survivor. Fuck you. Fuck you. Because you're telling me I've waited this many years to get a returnee season and to get a supersized cast of 24. For some reason, you are terrified at the notion of putting them into 2 tribes. God knows what reason you're terrified to do this. Australian Survivor does this every year with a cast of 24, and it is phenomenal television. But you know what? Luckily for you, you have cast people who can make good TV, who can cook. But you want to put them in these tribes of 3. For some reason, you love the number 3. I don't know if it's curvy, you have a thing for it. I don't know. When you put this game in tribes of 3, the numbers are so small that it can make gameplay very, very dull, or it can force gameplay that just locks the game up, meaning people are like, all right, it's just the 5 of us, let's do this, this person's out, oh, boohoo, whatever. 12 is a lot more fluid, or 2 tribes is a lot more fluid. If they suddenly put this in 3 tribes of 5, some players, the way they've played the game, they're going to be fucked through no fault of their own, through luck, and through, well, they just happen to end up on the tribe with the 3 people that want to vote against them. That would suck if that's happening. So I was fine with 3 tribes of 8. 8 is still a decently big number. Once we got down to fucking 20, 2 tribes of 10 was what I wanted. What I don't want is fucking 5 tribes of 3. That's basically New Era Survivor. Anyway, that's my rant. I'm not worried for Christian because of the merch. I think he'll flow by Car Maurice. I hope so. Oh, you want to know what the Terran thing was? That is a combination of Terran and Jacob Jones saying the word moist back to back that I remixed into a song. You may ask, why'd you do that? I would answer, I don't know. It was fun. And I kind of thought it would fit, and it did fit. So I ran with it. What did I miss about Kobe's foot? It's not looking good. Are we thinking 12 or 10 for the jury this season? I have no idea, you know. Not even triumphs, just groups for the challenge. Probably one person wins individual immunity, then they vote. That I would be okay with. No, that I wouldn't be okay with. If it's still like 3 groups of 5 that vote in those groups, I don't want that. So AU has been a great example. Flipping happened a fair amount this season, and at least it's not totally predictable. It really isn't. Some votes are predictable, make no mistake. But when there's that many numbers, anything can change. There's movement. But like, if you are in a group of 6, if you lock in the top 4, as long as y'all win 1 or 2 immunities along the way, you're pretty much guaranteed to make the merge. So why not just do that and stay with that and then figure out what you want to do after? 17 fire pits. Last 2 to break the rope are gone. Oh my God. 17 fire making challenges happening at the same time. 5 tribes of 3 would be a wild, yes. There really isn't enough days to have 2 tribes if they're only voting 1 off. That's the other thing. I mean, listen, I know I'm with my people, so I don't need to sit here and tell you that they should have made this a 39-day season the minute they decided to cast more than 18 people. But for some reason, it's 26 people. Days. And 24 people. So unless you're removing someone once a day, it's not going to go fast enough. So I feel like a 17% vote is unlikely, but I want that so bad. That would be fun, but I highly doubt it. I miss Tara and Jacob Jones' interactions. Where is Jacob's in the middle of his music career right now? I feel like he's done with pods. Pam Bella, hello. Someone did say moist. Welcome in. Schoolyard pick where the last 2 people get kicked out of the game. Honestly, I almost might prefer that over that's basically like the safety chain. I might prefer that over a 3 tribes of 5. If you have to choose between cookies and cake, which would you choose and why? That's tough. I have to think of the best cakes and the best cookies. Immediately, I'll tell you this. Chocolate chip cookies are elite, right? They're great. Especially when they're fresh. They're soft. Amazing. 10 out of 10 experience. Glass of milk there too. You're sorted. Cake. There are only 2 types of cake I would like. Maybe 3, but 2 specifically. A plain chocolate cake, like my mom makes, which is low-key more of a brownie. Now that I think back to it. And then cheesecake. I love cheesecake. I think ultimately it's cake. It has to be cake. It's cake. Yeah. I love me some chocolate chip cookies, but it's cake. Yeah. But chocolate chip cookies are incredible. But the thing is, there's also bad chocolate chip cookies out there. But when the chocolate chip cookie is good, not a lot can beat it for me. But I think there's more cakes I would like than more cookies. Like oatmeal raisin does nothing for me. As a matter of fact, if it ain't chocolate chip, I might not want it. Do I like thin or thick cookies? Ooh, I don't mind either. I think I'm more forgiving if a thin cookie is like a harder cookie or like a crisp, crunchier cookie. But if it's a thick cookie, it's got to be soft. I need the soft. Heck yes, it's cake. Cupcakes are nice. It's true. I forgot about ice cream cake, to be honest. Have you ever had a chocolate chip cake from Nothing Bundt Cakes? You'll never go back to cookies. I never have, actually. Oreos, love Oreos. Girl Scout cookies. Specifically, there's one of them I liked. I'm not sure which one it was. Thick cake, though. There's not really a thin cake unless we're talking about a pancake. And that still is technically a cake, I guess. Because it's so much easier. I don't need to bring a plate and silverware into that transaction. No, you don't. I will say, as someone who has eaten cake with his bare hand, might be the second thing you feel most barbaric doing is eating cake with your hand. The first being eating have you ever had like a rotisserie chicken with just your hands? That's number one for me. I would be sad to miss out on Girl Scout cookies, though. I've missed out on Girl Scout cookies like 99% of my life. So it wouldn't impact me as much. Is crepe a thin cake? I would say so, right? Don't like strawberry shortcake. I don't like fruit in my desserts. Have you ever had a cake where the main flavor was pistachio? I haven't, but I like pistachios. Have I watched more season of Love Island UK? I've watched clips, Stephanie. I've not watched the whole thing. That feast on AU Survivor was cave MLA? Yes, it was. Yes, it was. First birthday and wedding day is the only time you can eat cake with your hands. Respectfully disagree. 3 a.m., no one's around in the kitchen. You got a glass of milk out. You got a cake. Anything goes. I mean, let me be honest. In that situation, I'm either living alone or with Liana. So that's completely chill. I wouldn't do this if it was like someone else's house. First of all, no. Second of all, if it was like a cake share between like 5 people, no. But me and Liana is fine. Drunk. Who said about drinking? That's me sober. That's me off a gaming session with friends, and I'm like, all right, I'm going to bed. Instead of going to bed, I'm going downstairs and checking out the fridge. What about the Survivor Reward chocolate cake? It looked good. What are cupcakes if not small cakes? Yes, they are small cakes. Cupcakes even. On the regular would be wild. No. 1 minute to eat it. I don't think I want to do that. I've had rotisserie chicken with hands, was doing a survival merit badge. We had a weak fire, so the chicken wasn't done until midnight, and I hadn't eaten all day. Damn it, hero. How in gaming then? Yes. If there's any bakers in the chat, please make the Ina Garten chocolate cake. It's the best ever. Maddie out here with the recipes. Did you have a wedding cake? No. I've shown you a photo of our wedding, right? Well, this isn't charged. 1 second. 1 second. No, Liana and I didn't have a wedding cake. We had the most unorthodox wedding you could ask for. But it was COVID time, so it made sense. What is that emote, Megal? A lot of social faux pas are completely acceptable when alone at home. Facts. Facts. Worst teacher out of school had a piece of cake and a fork as a reward. My brother said if someone answered a question right, they could take a bite. No one did. What? It's just a regular old emoji. Yeah, but I can't tell what. Is it a leaf? Oh. I picked up on it. Who wants to R50 has impressed or surprised you the most? Kyle. I know he's already gone. But with Kyle, I really didn't want to see him play again. And like, mind you, I loved Kyle in his season, but I didn't need to see Kyle immediately win and then go right back. I thought he would have a horrible odd of winning because he is the most recent winner. He's there with his two closest allies who made it to the Final Four. I just don't see this working well for him. And then to find out that he was running that tribe, and genuinely, I don't think he was going to go home anytime soon, is so disheartening then to see him leave the way he did. That's one. The other is Rizzo. I've loved seeing Rizzo play. I think it's so stressful coming in as a returnee already. To come as a returnee and no one knows who you are is worse than that. And then have your closest ally from your season who's there, the only familiar face, leave also. He's doing really good for someone who's in that situation. So I'm very happy about that. It is a leaf. There we go. The most iconic cake is probably the cake in the movie Matilda. Now that chocolate cake looked good. I don't care what nobody says. That looked like a good chocolate cake. That looked like a chocolate cake you would want for sure. For sure. I need Rizzo to be Cerise Izzy on the island. Don't disappoint me, Rizzo. I think he already is. I think it already counts, honestly. Can you tier list your favorite desserts? We can put that on the list, absolutely. I think I've had more desserts now than I had 6 years ago, so yes. Want to travel to Victoria, BC with me to eat some cake? Speaking of Victoria, BC and cake, I know someone who from there who loves that as well. What's that Rizzo goes after Suri? Honestly, zero. I feel like they're going to work together. That's the vibe I'm getting. That is the vibe I'm getting currently. Should I venture outdoors to get an Oreo milkshake or stay in my bed, cozy bed, and deal with my sweet tooth cravings? If the weather in Celsius, now you can do the conversion to Fahrenheit if you'd like. If the weather, weather in Celsius, no, Celsius to Fahrenheit. There we go. If the weather is 30 Fahrenheit or less, don't go. If it's 30 Fahrenheit or more, yes, get you a treat. That's what I say. That's my recommendation to this question asker. I think Suri would go after Rizzo before he goes after her. I agree with that. Rizzo doesn't want to be the guy that turned on Suri. TikTok is too important to him. The thing is, though, I don't think TikTok is as like... I think what I'm learning more and more is that I'm learning more about what we like versus what like the normies like. And I feel like the normies don't hate Suri, but Suri's not like... They are more likely to turn villainous on Rizzo if you've ever voted out Christian Hubicki. So the trailer for RuPaul's movie Stop That Train and reminded me of the old movies like Airplane and Airplane the sequel. I have watched both. Do we know if they edited 49 before 50 filmed? I asked because I wasn't a big Riz God fan in 49, but agree with you, Pooya. I really like him in 50. I'm guessing 49 was edited intentionally to set us up to get behind Riz God in 50. I believe 49 was edited or was in the middle of editing by the time 50 films. Because just if you watch back 49, it literally was here's the Savannah and Rizzo highlight reel because we want you to get hyped for them on 50. So I think that was the editing was done with that in mind, that they were coming back. Or Jonathan. They love them some Jonathan. To them, Jonathan is unproblematic and just jacked. With all the weird stuff from men lately trying to tell their girlfriends or wives that they need to do Pilates every day, I just keep laughing about how much Liana talks about loving to do Pilates. I guess you should be very thankful that your wife does. You're not the kind of man that would tell her she has to anyway. I would never dream of telling Liana she has to do something because I say so. I know nothing about nothing, so why should anyone listen to me in that situation, especially when it's about themselves and their body and their well-being? It's you do you know? That being said, yeah, men are weird. The demanding men, the you must do this men, fuck that. There was only 10 days between the two scenes, so they probably didn't edit much of 49 before 50 filmed. Exactly. Jonathan's very polite to Jeff too. That's key. It's fair. One of my coworkers is more of a casual. He says he's rooting for Chloe because he always loved him. I told him I'm rooting for Suri for the same reason, and he didn't remember who she was. Triggered. Them being so visible probably made me like them less on 49. Yes. Our human nature is to root for the underdog, and even though they were in an underdog position, they were getting the god edit. So do we think Rizzo goes home with the idol or plays it or keeps it if he doesn't have to play it? I think he's gonna play it. If I'm Rizzo, right? I mean, let's see what the situation is this week. If it truly is 3 tribes of 5 for whatever reason, if I'm Rizzo, I'm playing that thing. Unless I'm there with like 3 people I really trust, but I'm probably going to play that thing. So. Also, with the way things have been going for Genevieve, I fully expect her to end up in a group of 5 with Aubrey and then get idled out. K Viola, thank you for the 36 months. Appreciate you. Thank you for being here for 3 years supporting the stream. Thank you. Thank you. Love is Blind finds the worst man. Oh, is that a Love is Blind thing? Doesn't surprise me. Love is Blind is kind of become the playground for the weirdos, I feel like. And he takes on Angelina, putting a spotlight on how women are being underrepresented in season 50. I mean, I wholeheartedly agree with that. I think, like, we love Christian Hubicki. Who doesn't love Christian fucking Hubicki? Everyone loves Christian Hubicki. The problem is that he's getting the edit he deserves, but I feel like there's so many people, like, people have been jonesing for Angelina to come back to Survivor for how many seasons now? Near 10 years. She comes back invisible, doesn't exist. Tiffany has literally been clutch in these immunities. And like, I know coming into the season, people were like not really hyped on her. She's doing moves. She's doing shit. Why are we not seeing her? Why is this musician that not many people know getting more confessionals? And like, that's not a knock against Zach Brown because I know who he is. But why is he getting more confessionals than people on the show? That makes no sense to me. That would be like, let me not overreact. L Copta in the building. Oxford on that Ox. How you doing, L? Welcome in. You have found me. This is where I am when I'm not Oxford. Or Ism, but Ism's kind of dead now, so it's all Oxford now. Welcome in. I just remember Christian gifting a sub here after filming a 50, so I'm taking that as a sign he won. That he's gifted like 5 subs 2 weeks ago and someone said the same thing. Let's see. How much time do we think Christian spent on learning how to build a fire before he went out again this time? I don't know. AZ with the 10 gifted. Okay, AZ, I didn't see that coming. Thank you so much. Welcome in. Larissa Time, Glurkin, Penny, Man vs. Machine, Prickly Bulbasaur, Smooter, Gay Day, Mishy Who, Bee's Knees, and Cats with Guns. Welcome into the community. Compounds the one and only AZ. If you're in the chat, you did just get a sub. Throw some emotes in there. Get the vibe going. And enjoy your hoodie next to your name. Enjoy the emotes. Enjoy the ad-free viewing experience that you get to have. And if you would like, you can use that to join the Discord. You don't have to, but it's an option. It's there. Ozzy got more confessions about Angelina's feelings than Angelina did. That was like the death nail when I saw it. When she didn't get to talk about Mike White leaving, I was like, ooh, I don't feel good about Angelina's odds. It does feel like two tribes were getting a majority of the edits so far. Maybe that will change and we'll see more of the other players. I hope so, but I don't know. I feel like even when we try and explain it that way, I'm like, there's still equal amounts of women on most of these tribes. So why are we not getting more of them? So it's a little frustrating. Like for example, you could argue that Mike White and Angelina go out in the same spot, right? They're like one tribal off. Mike White got more of an edit than Angelina did, for sure. Q got more of an edit than Angelina did, for sure. Hell, I would even go as far as to say Kyle got more of an edit than Angelina did, for sure. And Kyle went out episode 1. So I definitely think there's a disparity there, for sure. Charlie got more of an edit than Gen 2. Charlie did. Charlie's whole edit was, you didn't vote for your number one, so you must die. But that still is more of an edit than what Angelina got. And like, Angelina's someone a lot of people wanted to see for so long. All right. We're caught up on the question in the forum. Are we marbsing tonight? No marbs tonight. No, I'm not feeling too good. I have a bit of congestion going. So we'll be resting it out. I have to wake up tomorrow, watch a bunch of Australian Survivor. Oh, you know what? Let me give a promo for my guy Dwight. Dwight will be streaming Blood on the Clock Tower tomorrow. And Liana will be playing. You heard it here only. Liana will be playing Blood on the Clock Tower tomorrow. So get hyped for that. I will not be playing Blood on the Clock Tower, but Liana will be playing Blood on the Clock Tower. So yeah, we're going to be doing Australian Survivor, then Liana play Blood on the Clock Tower. Then we're going to go do lunch and spend some time together. Then I have to podcast with Mike about Australian Survivor. So I need to get my rest in. I also woke up super early today. Today was my big editing day. Edited the PAL and then edited the 90-day pod. And then had a bunch of RP stuff going on that I had to do. I have a test tomorrow. What kind of test do you have tomorrow, AZ? Have to go podcast with Mike or get to podcast with Mike? Both. Have to, get to, same thing a little bit, right? Maybe a little bit, perhaps. But no, obviously it's a privilege to podcast with Mike. But I do have to because he has scheduled time for me. And I must deliver, you know? Work test. I do fire protection. Oh, shit. Okay, easy. I see. So you test the building to make sure that it's fire protected? Is that kind of thing? Wish I was doing protests tomorrow. Yes, protests are tomorrow. I forgot about that in Hero. The format, we're caught up with chat. If you have any other questions, feel free to put them in there. Alarms and sprinkles. Gotcha. Cool. Did I tell you? No, that would have been Saturday. Liana and I went for a walk on Saturday, and we walked by this lake area, and like half the lake was frozen and half the lake wasn't frozen. It was pretty cool. Trying to see if I have any good pictures for you. It's hard to show you in this photo. The B&B game is looking fun. One-sided rivalries bracket. Ooh, that'd be exciting. It's for me too. I'm listening to the Survivor AU and following along. Yes. Yo, can I just say, without giving any spoilers up, one of the people who got eliminated this week, when they did their exit interview, talked about they were talking about some stuff, and then they were like, oh, and you should let Pooja know that he was wrong about blah 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 blah. How are you gonna tell me I'm wrong when you can't even say my name right? And here's the wild part. I know you listen to the podcast because you clearly heard my takes, and I clearly get introduced as Pooya. My name clearly says Pooya. What do you mean, Pooja? You trying to be obtuse on purpose? Maybe if you use your ears, you would have done better on Survivor. I wouldn't have been a doormat. Yeah, it irked me. I don't know why. I just got under my skin. In my best Leon voice, I'm sleepy. This has been so much fun. Thanks for the chat. I'll be back. Reagan, hope you have a good night. Thank you for hanging out. I'm sleepy. Hope you sleep well. Take care and enjoy your weekend. Who's Taryn? Still can't get over that moment. That was an all-time moment last year on the pod. What is this behavior, Pooja? Iconic moment. But it's like, that's not my name, though. I need a I'm Sleepy sweatshirt. Let me put that down under merch ideas for the pal. Let me write this down for Liana. Sam Mascara, you can get your name out. At least he knows who I am properly, yeah. And also noticed Christian pick up his bags like he was going to be eliminated during the vote, and then he didn't. I did not notice that at all. That is an awesome idea. Hey, shout out to Stephanie. Wait, who called you out of your name? I didn't mention who, Stephanie, in case someone is not spoiled on... or hasn't watched yet on the AU episodes yet and doesn't want to get spoiled on who leaves. So I've kept it hush-hush. But it was one of the people who got eliminated this week. Y'all could lunch Pooya and Liana loungewear. Ooh, a little lounge photo shoot would go ham for that too. My wife noticed that and was like, "Oh no, Christian." Do you think, chat, we're gonna get a payoff from this idol thing that the hidden idol at Tribal? Do you think there's gonna be a payoff to that or no? Yeah. I'm sleepy. Pilates socks. Has to be seen. There has to be at least something there, right? Otherwise, it was a very out of place segment. It doesn't make sense otherwise. Yeah, I mean, I think that's the argument, right? Or like, what's the point of it being shown? There's two ways that can go. One way is, well, if something cool was done, I want it to be shown because it innovates and incentivizes people to do stuff like this in the future. But then the other side of it is like, well, they wouldn't put it there unless it mattered, which is fair. But then, is it bad? This is going to sound like bad, but I'm going to say it. Had Angelina hidden an idol at Tribal, would they have shown it? I would say no. Would Devin's putting it, whether he uses it or not, I think they would have shown it. Also, not for nothing, Angelina comes back, right? What is the one thing Angelina was most known for? Or second thing she was most known for. First being, Natalie, can I have your jacket? Rice negotiation. The fact that she tried to negotiate for Rice and they left that off of the show is bonkers to me. Bonkers. But I did love that they showed it, whether or not it ends up mattering, because Christian's flop was perfect. Ladders is the other one, yes. I thought I left it up because there was going to be another one later in the season, but nothing. Nope, nothing. Not even like, oh, there was a better one later. Nope. Just straight up nothing. So I told Liana, pal merch idea, I'm sleepy sweatshirt. She said, I want that. I am going to now say we should release Pooya and Liana loungewear and see what she says. I realize she'd still be awake. Game of Roses does the Survivor watch along on Patreon. I'm watching Survivor newbie Chad Koltkin experience Christian's antics for the first time. Is so fun. Honestly, getting to see people fall in love with Christian is always going to be a good time. Always going to be a great time. I'm here for that. So Liana then replied, yes, all caps, for Pooya and Liana loungewear. So you're 2 for 2 on Liana ideas. She's all in on this. Let me add my idea, see what she thinks about that. And we should do a loungewear photo shoot. Did Robin Adam talk about the fake idol hidden in Tribal since he tried to play what he thought was a hidden idol in Tribal at Winners at War? I haven't checked the episode out yet, but I think he may have. Oh, can someone give me the timestamp to that moment with Adam on the pod where I get used as an example? I'm very curious what he says or what they say about it. Matching loungewear? Oh, she's going to eat that up. She's going to love that. Because I know it was like 21 minutes something. Next question in the forum is, recently had someone I know who was a potential friend pass away. Although we never met in person, we talked online and such, and while the friendship was never personal, I still feel taken aback, but I'm not sure if I have the right to grieve without having formally met them. You absolutely have the right to grieve anything you lose in life, and you don't have to have met anybody formally to care about them. How many friends do I have who I've met once or hadn't met for many years until I met them, and I cared about them deeply, and they mattered to me, and they were my people. So you never have to justify grief. Exactly. I agree with that. Exactly. Zen McKeely Boris Christmas card secured. Honestly, that could be the shout. 100% that could be the shout. How much water do you drink on average per day? I've been trying to drink 2 of these a day, which is about 1 liter a day. Now, mind you, I know that's probably not enough. You have to drink a lot more water in a day. That's better than 0 milliliters a day, which has been a lot of times. So right now I'm trying to drink 2 of these a day. Well, let's create a spot where we can all post our pictures of us wearing the Pooya Liana loungewear together. Could be a Discord channel we could open up for sure. Keep your eyes peeled, chat. The Pooya and Liana loungewear coming to you soon. Maybe, perhaps, potentially, possibly. Yeah. Hey, no worries, Pixie Sticks. You're good. I figured I understood what you meant, so it worked out. It worked out just fine. All right, chat. Last call for some questions here. And then we'll go ahead and do a cheeky 5, I think, for marbles. did not anticipate having such a congested nose for this. But I think this stream has been very, very productive, and I'm very excited that I got to share stuff with you. I drink 40 ounces every day. My Stanley Cup has been coming in clutch for the past year. I used to be so bad about drinking water. I've gotten better. The combination of drinking water and using Mia, which I don't have any close by, has been very helpful. I read you're supposed to drink the amount of water in ounces that's equal to your weight in pounds. Damn, that's a lot of water. There's so much water. What says Library hoping for on Sunday? TBD. Right now, still in the middle of invites. I'm still in the middle of getting all the names in and seeing who joins where, when, how many. It's like Scally level watering. I wish. Scally drinks water the way I should drink water, honestly, and I don't. If we don't want to watch, we want to play Marvel, go ahead and just watch. Absolutely. If that's what you're into, if you would like to watch instead, I welcome it. I do announce, at the end of the Q&A portion, usually, hey, if you were here for the talking segment, that's pretty much done, but we're going to do Marvels. If you want to stick around, that's cool. Because I know some people might not be what they're into. So, all right. Are you watching March Madness at all? I am not. The most I've done for March Madness is fill out a bracket. That's all I've done. And my bracket, actually, let me tell you where my bracket's at right now. Right now, my bracket is sitting at 91.3%. Not too shabby. 91.3% is looking good currently. I assume you have Michigan winning the title in your bracket. No, I have Duke winning. My mother-in-law, though, let me tell you this. My mother-in-law currently has a bracket that why is this here? Wait. My mother-in-law has a bracket that's currently at 98.3%, chat. If you don't know what that means, it means that she is basically all correct. So, yeah. It's impressive. I don't know how she's done it. Mine is also 98.3. Damn. I did see that for the women's bracket, there's an 8th grader that has gotten every single one correct all the way till now. Every single matchup, which is quite wild. All right. I'm second in the Lesson 2 crew bracket group. Who's first? If you're second in 98.3, who's first? All right, chat. Shall we marble? Are you ready? Are you down? Would you like to marble? If you would like to marble, throw some emotes in the chat so I know it's real. Maybe at 99.2. Damn. Well, she has like one match wrong. You watch? Yeah, we know. All right. Let me boot up the game. No, I have to put you here. And then put the game here. She has 11 wrong. That's still pretty good. 11 wrong. If most of your results have gone right, then you're fine. We've done 152 hours of marbles. And I say we because I've never done marbles off stream. So that's kind of a lot of marbles. In the last 6 years, we've done 152 hours. Which, how many days is that? 6 days. We played nearly a week's worth of marbles, chat, together. I'll be glad to sleep earlier tonight. I went to bed at 3 a.m. last night. What were you up to, staying up that late? Yeah, when you put stuff like that into conversion, it gets kind of scary. Not scary, but it's like, it really shows you how much time you put in. So, for example, Goose Goose Duck. How much time have I played Goose Goose Duck? And mind you, I got Goose Goose Duck, what, end of 2021? So, October of 2021. So, let's say 5 years and 5.5 years. Let's just 5 and 4, 5 and 3 a third, right? I have played 37 days worth of Goose Goose Duck, a month and change, 5 weeks worth of Goose Goose Duck in the last 5 years. A week a year, basically, which seems like a lot. That's a lot. Watching Scally stream until 2, then watched HOV. Oh, okay. I watched House of Villains, but with Liana right before I came live here. Don't forget, everyone, if you don't want to play in white marble, type exclamation play want to get Pooya's tie-dye ball. Hey, Pixie. Thanks for putting the people on. Oh, we're sliding into season 6-7. And before you get mad at me, I didn't make that up. Look yourself. It says 6-7. I don't make the rules. Don't be mad at me. All right. All right, there we go. I played 3,600 hours into Sims 4 in 20 months. Woo! That's a whole lot of hours. I don't know how much RP I've done. I would like to look that up. All right, chat. You already know how it is. If you don't, I'm going to tell you exclamation play to add a marble into the pile for you. That's all you have to do. Then you got to watch and vibe out. That's it. Easy as that. Simple as. New season started today. Of what? Marbles? Play one if you want your tie-dye. Regular if you want a regular. I think moving forward, chat, so moving forward, I would like for the pad to be, we need to talk about the pad. Would y'all prefer if the pad was a little bit earlier at night? Like if it was a 9 p.m. start time? Or are you happy with the time it is? And are you happy with the duration it is? The song has been a slap. I'm glad you enjoyed it, AJ. These are some questions I have for you. I'm spending a little time with my VIP before she's gone. Hey, if you retain, you're good to go. You're happy with the time? Okay. Keep it the same? Okay. So you're fine with the pad being at 10 p.m. Eastern. Are you fine with it being shorter sometimes a little longer? Like, how have you felt about that? Because I feel like, for example, the last 2 weeks, I feel like it's been very early and quick. But how do we feel? On West Coast, earlier will be during dinner. Longer. Would you rather fight a giant pad one time, or are you happy with the relationship with the pad? Because sometimes I feel like there's not a lot of questions in the forum, which is fine. Like we answer as many questions as we get. Sometimes we end early because of sleeps, tireds, whatever. 10 to 12, 12:30 is perfect for me. Yeah, 2.5. Yeah, 2 to 3 I feel like is good. Shorter is okay, longer is fun. That's fair. Like it's not too long. I feel like 3 hours has been like the standard for the pad, and that's usually been good. Yeah, my question was mostly for the timing. If people wanted to earlier start time, but I think with Fridays, a lot of people will like do some stuff and then chill, like, you know, casual chills for Friday nights, right? All right. The only thing we're doing today is top 5 are getting a VIP badge. No, top 3 get a VIP badge. Last place gets a VIP badge with 5 races completed, and one of you will get randomly number generated. No complaints thing. Cut it down the middle and do 9:30. I don't love doing streams at like 30, at the 30 mark, simply because of this one main reason. Also, Survivor 50 people in here. We love to see it. I don't love the midway point because then I feel like it gets a little tough. It's not as symmetrical. I don't know. Maybe it's more of a mental thing for me than anything now that I say it out loud. All right. North Steel is the leader currently. As I say that, everyone's in the lead because there's a big divide now. Big gap. Ooh, some people went that way. Some people went this way. I can't tell which one's better. I think they're equals. I think they're just separate size, but identical. So we go back to the middle here. That's where we're going to see everybody show up, right? So I forget if it was on the 30, especially because sometimes the stream can go live like 10 to 15 later. It can get a little bit tough. Musketeer is your leader now. Did people drop? No, they just flew further ahead. Cool Rider. Going for the retaining here by the looks of things. Respawning has McFallen, unfortunately. Catesy is now in the lead. Musketeer trying to take the lead over and does. Ooh, this looks fun. Musketeer and Tova and Cool Rider and Lenny and Ichiyami. Musketeer's about to win and does. Congratulations, Musketeer. Tova, Cool Rider, Lenny, Ichiyami, Little Miss Andre, myself in the top 10 because I am what? Incredible. T. Lindy, Casey, and Jabina rounding out the top 10 here as everyone else's marbles begin to fall into the pile. And as the Doomfire arrives, we do have a group here that's slow and smooth. Chalet and Christian Bingle are at the back here. I think everyone's going to complete it, though. I believe in y'all. Oh, it's a casino. Why did they remove the 7? 4, 5, 6, 7. They don't have it. It's 4, 5, 6, 8. Do you think that's why? Chat, what do you think? Sounds like me. You're good. Listen, there's 4 more races to go, so. Three Doomfs, which is not a lot of Doomfs, which is good. But we got 4 more races to go, so let's do that. Again, same as last time, easy pickings. Just exclamation play and bada boom, you're there. Remember, chat, 8 p.m. Eastern for the tier list with Phil. We're going to do 8 p.m. We'll see how that feels for the future. Maybe in the future we'll do a little earlier so that we have some more time for discussion. I don't know. But for now, it's 8 p.m. on Tuesday this upcoming month for talking to Phil about the tier list. All right. Y'all ready? Whose favorite season was 48? Because why do we have 48 people in here? Are you a 48 fan? Is that why? Is that it? Is that why? There we go. I was super happy to get the Darren back this week. I need to tap in because now with the new round, it's a repeat of everyone who made it through, and I'm like, I haven't kept up all the way through to remember everybody who made it through, and also I know there were some redemption brackets and shit. So where are we at? Ooh, what did y'all get hit by? What the fuck? Wait, was that a shortcut? I think that was a shortcut. Oh, that's everybody, actually. Uh-oh, Chalet stuck. Megal is in the lead. Is 48 the new Emoji Movie? Imagine. Liv has McFallen. Fruit Loops is gone. Oh, Emery won. What the fuck is this map? I moved my seat and it's done already. Okay, well, there you go. I didn't even make it. It was an easy map and I didn't even get through. That wasn't just quick. That was more than quick. Yeah, you talked about, listen, you talked negatively against yourself, Christian, then look what happened. You are in the top 10. So, how is this still going? Is there anyone left? Oh, there's plenty of people. Oh, no, there you are. Oh, never mind. Emery, congratulations. A huge win here. Only 12 people completed the race. No, that's not true. Only 24 completed the race. 12 people got points. Map 3. Wow, Brayden. Really? Brayden, I'm going to give you this. Wow. All right. Let's get involved, chat. Exclamation ready. Exclamation play. Sorry, not ready. All right. 51. More people joining for game 3. Love to see it. Hell yeah. All right. Let's do this. 52. Ready for season 51. I think we already said this before, but I predict that by season 54 we'll have a returnee season again, and most likely new era returnee season is my prediction. Joelle's in the lead. Ada has taken over, I think. Tara Teeth is in the lead now. Everyone's very close, though. Like, one mistake and you're screwed. See, next goes momentum was a little slower there. Actively given opportunity to Jen, who is now in the lead, a little more commanding than the others. Jen flies over. Keeps the lead solid. Right behind is Tara Teeth, though. And Jabina. You really can't afford to slow down here, Jen. They're waiting in the wings. Ooh, but a little divider can help. Tara goes through the middle, though. Cuts some time off a little bit. But I think this gap might be a little too big. Oh, a little pause. Gina is very close. Sworna right behind also. But this has still been Jen's race to lose this whole time. Jimmy takes the lead, question mark? Where did Jimmy come from? Yeah, Musketeer and Jimmy are now in the lead. Jen is in third place on podium still. But that's not good enough for Jen as Jen tries to take first place over from Musketeer. Neck and neck. Musketeer has won. Congratulations, Jen in second. Jimmy in third. Mega Bagel is in fourth place. Oh, I hit top 10 again. Aren't you happy I didn't make you do bets again? Hack in the building. Welcome in, Hack. Hope all is well. We have been a while since I was avoiding trader spoilers. All love. Hey, all love, Hack. Welcome back. Hope you were able to avoid the spoilers nicely, and hope you've caught up now, and hope you had fun watching it. Welcome in. My lucky night. Musketeer, you cooking. You cooking out here. It did rebound nicely, Hack, because it's been so fun to cover. It's been such a good time this season. All right. Musketeer getting a win here, ready to go. 13 of us did get points. By the looks of things, once again, only 3 people dumped, which is a good sign. Map number 4, here we go, chat. Reset once again. Get ready. Exclamations out. Exclamations on the button. We're going. Exclamation play in 3, 2. That's right. You're already here. You're already readying up before I even said anything. 1. Boom. There I am. All right. Y'all ready? Let's do this. All right. First one through this hole very quickly. Looks like it's Kansas. Let's go down here. Haxwood has taken a big dip. What happened to Kansas? Lenny Berger now in the lead by AJ. Good maneuver from Lenny. Oh, great. That worked out nicely, but AJ made it further. Sal's here in the lead now. Slowly, surely. There we go. Sal's is now further ahead. Tova, though, good bracket. Trying to make a good marble race also. But Sal's looking like she ain't going to stop. Ichiyami now takes the lead over. Tova's right behind, though. Not going to let you earn this for free. Jordan with the prime sub. Thank you, Jordan. Welcome back from number 64. Hope you have been doing well. Jordan, I feel like it's been a minute since I've seen you in here. What's up? Bye-bye, Ichiyami. Oh, my God. Oh, meanwhile, Tova is in this very big equalizer that's pushing people off the map. Oh, my God. Emery going for another dub. If Emery could go back to back, I did see myself. I dumped. I've done 2 dumps and 2 7th places. We'll take it. Emery got very close there, but is still in. Still good. Emery just needs to make it through this obstacle. Survives another hit. Debbie sneaks the dub as Emery is unable to get across the line here at the very finish. Opening the door for Casey to take second. Emery's now out of that corner. Pixie Sticks takes second. Emery goes for podium and does solidify podium. Teal Indian fourth. This map was wild. Emery literally was about to win 2 games in 5 maps and got stopped. Meanwhile, Ricky and AZ are trying to get there before the Doomfire, which is never ideal. 4 is your favorite number. Well, congratulations. I have a headache. Well, mildly. Not like the biggest headache, but... Congratulations to Devi on the dub. Let's see here. 12 of you did get points. This is true. And then 20 of us took dumps, but 31 of you got it completed. So congratulations to you all. We have one more map for you to prove yourselves, chat. One more map for redemption. Could you get a first place? Could you end up jumping over and getting a VIP badge? These are all questions that'll be answered at the end of this one last race. But in order for us to get there, you have to exclamation play here. Stamp your mark in this game and get yourself one step closer to being a part of that. All right. Y'all ready? Let's go. Good luck, everybody. One last time tonight. It's marble race number 5. Tara looking to make this one easy, open and shut case. As I say that, Megal Bagel has taken the lead, but Tara is not out of it. In fact, Tara is now in second place with only Gerard ahead of Tara. Ooh, people on the other side are trying to catch up. Gerard and Tara are in the same level right now, same distance. Now the question is, are they further ahead than the other group on the other side? We'll find out shortly, but they are slowly making their way up here. They go through. There are a couple people behind them, so they can't really afford to mess this up. Tara now takes the lead over here. Ooh, Tara could have separated from Gerard there. Doesn't. Opening the door for a bunch of people to catch up. Now there's a top 5 here, and the competition has opened wide up. Tara bouncing. Lemisandre right there. Silly Rose also right there. Silly Rose now looking to take the lead. We're getting launched, and Silly Rose does win. Tara does solidify second. Lemisandre takes third. Our top 10 is now formed. 3 seconds off the record being broken. Congratulations, everybody. Y'all got it done. Only 7 people doofed. Let's look at who those 7 were. Actually, no one doofed? Do I have that right? Did no one doof? It says 41 out of 51 up here, but I'm seeing 51 people completed the race. So maybe I'm wrong. Maybe I'm wrong. Well, congratulations to everybody who played. Only 5 of you are getting VIP badges, though, and it begins with third place. That is Devi, who retains. I believe Devi already has one, meaning we go to the next person, fourth place. Emery, congratulations on second place. Again, I think that the pink means you have it, which means we'll see who 5th place is. First place is XU Musketeer, who does get a VIP badge. Now, what's funny is I'm not in the top 20, meaning if there was a bet, I would have lost you that, even though I got 2 top 10s. So, yeah, we'll go XU Musketeer. XU Musketeer. We will then jump down and VIP Silly Rose. 144. And then we'll VIP Megal Bagel. Boom. That's 3 new VIPs here. Congratulations. On the bubble, we had Pixie Sticks, T. Lindy in 6th and 7th place. Jen in 8th place. Tara in 9th. And Red Wings in 10th place here. Congratulations to everybody there. Where was I? 21st. One short of being in the bubble, which would have been nice. But, you know, no bets tonight, so it worked out just fine. We are now looking for the last racer with 5 races completed. The best of the worst, you could say. To highlight someone who committed to be there all 5 races despite things not going well for them. That recipient is Lori. Congratulations. Lori, remind me, is it a capital I or is it an L in the middle of your name? I think it's a capital I. Final answer? Yeah, nailed it. Okay, cool. All right, and then random number generator. So we're going to go from 6th place all the way down to 57th. So 6th place to 57th place. Number 53, that's Liv. So good luck, Liv. No, you're not getting a VIP badge. Then we go to 22. Lucky number 22, my birthday. So that's a special day to me. The recipient is Squid. Congratulations, Squid. Welcome in. Squid _ 24601. All right. Chat, I hope you had fun. Thank you for hanging out. I know it was a bit of a short one, but I do appreciate you hanging out all the same. I will be back Sunday with Goose Goose. I'll be back Tuesday with the return of Tier List Tuesdays, first time in many years, with a redo of the first ever episode of Tier List Tuesday. So we're going to be doing that. And I'm excited for what's to come. I'm excited for the energy I'm feeling. I'm excited for the energy you've brought, the support. It's meant the world to me. And I'm very keen for us to get to the place I am looking to take us. And for us to experience some new things, some fun things all together now at the same damn time, All right? Okay. Appreciate you, chat. Have a good night. I will see you on Sunday.